What's up guys, this is Lincoln from Muscle Factory BD. আজকে আমরা কথা বলবো এবার মিস্টার অলিম্পিয়ার one of the biggest surprises প্যাট্রিক মোরের ব্যাপারে। সো লাস্ট ভিডিওতে ইচ্ছা করে আমি প্যাট্রিক মোরের ব্যাপারটা বাদ রাখছি কারণ I wanted to make a separate video on Patrick Moore because this guy deserves a special mention. এখন Patrick Moore, he placed at the 10th position in this year's Mr. Olympia, and he is actually one of the taller bodybuilders among the pack, and he is one of the youngest stepping onto this stage as well. His last pro win was in 2019's, that is in this year's California Pro Men's Bodybuilding, and he won that competition to qualify for Mr. Olympia 2019. And এর আগে 2014তে Phil Heath Classic-এ he took the first place এবং এখানে he actually won his pro card. So he actually won his pro card about like 5 years ago, and he's been steadily improving. এখন যেটা হচ্ছে যে let's have a look at the physique, and this is actually the final posing routine on the Mr. Olympia 2019 stage for Patrick Moore. So this guy, he has, according to the experts, one of the best V-tapers in the business right now, or among all the guys who actually competed this year in Mr. Olympia 2019. So this guy has a ton of mass. He has all the muscles in all the proper places, and one thing he was very good at is controlling his midsection, and with that he also had very crisp conditioning. এখন Patrick Moore, for his first Mr. Olympia, this wasn't a bad placing at all. 10th position, it's nothing to overlook. এবং প্রথম কম্পিটিশনেই 10th পজিশন পাওয়াটা এটা চারটিখানি কোনো কথা না. It's very difficult. So I think as a novice or as a first timer at this grand stage, he did incredibly well. And now, according to the experts, like as you can see, he has very crisp conditioning on the stage, which a lot of bodybuilders actually failed to bring into this year's Mr. Olympia. So he is actually not your typical bodybuilder body type. That means he's not the average shape. He doesn't bring the average shape that you see or expect from this era bodybuilders. So he has more of an athletic build, so which is very rare to see in this kind of competitions. So Patrick Moore, he is actually different. So now you can see Lee Labrada. He has been taken under the wings of Lee Labrada, and I think he's under the endorsement of Labrada Nutrition. Lee Labrada, he's a legend. He is, apart from Hani Rambod, he is one of the best trainers out there for pro bodybuilders, and they have been working together for a while now, I guess. And the preparation, the amount of effort and the preparation they had, that was incredible. And I would say that actually paid off, and they could have done better, but we're going to talk about that later. But like this is a very solid team combination. So Lee Labrada himself, he was an amazing bodybuilder, and he is a very good trainer as well. So, and Patrick Moore, he gives his 100% and 110%. So they are a very good team, so to speak. And Hunter Labrada, the son of Lee Labrada, he is also competing in the nationals. So like they are they actually are preserving the tradition bodybuilding within the family, and also trying to expand from there on. So Patrick Moore, he is actually out of the ordinary. So if you see, look at his build, he has an amazing V-taper. He has good shoulders, and he has very big arms. So arms are very good. The pec separations, they're very good. The midsection is very tight, very controlled. The quad sweeps and even the quad feathers are there. So he has, and from the back poses, he is actually not to be taken very lightly as well. So he has everything a bodybuilder would need to succeed in the long run. And he's very young, he hasn't peaked yet. So at this age, if he looks like this, when he peaks, he's gonna be amazing. If he can bring a bit more mass, if he can pack a bit more mass onto his frame, he is gonna be deadly. সো সেড্রিক ম্যাকমিলান যেটা করতে পারে নাই, যে এতদিন পর্যন্ত সবচেয়ে অ্যাস্থেটিক বডিবিল্ডার বলা হতো বড় স্টেজে সেড্রিক ম্যাকমিলানকে, বাট সেড্রিক ম্যাকমিলান কখনো কন্ডিশনিং কারেক্ট করতে পারে না, এবং সেটার জন্য হি হ্যাজ বিন হেভিলি ক্রিটিসাইজড বাই দ্য এক্সপার্টস। বাট Patrick Moore, he is on a whole another level. He has a different league of his own. If he can actually bring very good conditioning, if he can keep on nailing this kind of conditioning and can pack a bit more size, he is gonna be one force to be reckoned with. So Patrick Moore, all the best from us. Like, we want to see even more of Patrick Moore on the big stages. So I think this year's Mr Olympia, it's just a trailer of what's about to come, what's coming our way. And also Dennis James, I'm going to put the link in the description for that video as well. According to Dennis James, one of the most famous trainers and IFBB pros and the future Hall of Famer, he said that Patrick Moore was actually overlooked by the judges. I don't know, because maybe it's his first time, or the judges weren't used to seeing this kind of physique on the stage. He should have cracked the top 5. He should have easily placed in the top 5. That's what Dennis James said. And also he spoke a lot about Hadi Choopan as well. We're gonna talk about Hadi Choopan in a separate video. So these days Patrick Moore is being compared to the king Ronnie Coleman. So Ronnie Coleman's সাথে খুব comparison টানা হচ্ছে ইদানিং, because as you can see side by side, at that age Ronnie Coleman looked a lot similar to Patrick Moore. রনি কোলম্যানের ওই সময় গাট অতটা বড় হয়ে পারে নাই, তখনও পর্যন্ত যথেষ্ট কন্ট্রোলে ছিল। অ্যান্ড প্যাট্রিক মোর ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি আ স্টেপ অ্যাবভ দ্যাট। প্যাট্রিক মোরের মিড সেকশন কন্ট্রোল এবং মিড সেকশন অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইজ মোর প্রমিনেন্ট দ্যান রনি কোলম্যান। অ্যান্ড ওয়েন দে হিট দ্য front lat spread, they look a lot similar. And কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্যাট্রিক মোরকেই এগিয়ে রাখা সম্ভব। এখন প্যাট্রিক মোরের যদি এখনই এরকম ফিজিক থাকে, এখনই এতটা ক্ল্যারিটি, এখনই এতটা ডেফিনেশন থাকে, একটুখানি যদি সাইজ, যদি রনি কোলম্যানের মতো যদি সাইজ ইনক্রিজ করতে পারে, ওরকম মাস ইনক্রিজ করতে পারে, সঙ্গে যদি কন্ডিশনিংটা ওরকম ঠিক রাখতে পারে, দ্যাট ইজ রনি কোলম্যান লেভেল কন্ডিশনিং, তাহলে আই থিঙ্ক ইন দ্য নেক্সট years we are going to see a different Mr Olympia. We're going to see a new contender for the title, and just needs a little bit more time to peak his physique, to gain muscle maturity and everything. So like in all the pose, and he has a very good posing routine as well. He has a classic posing routine. So on the stage he looks phenomenal. So